So today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject. Okay, maybe not everybody's, but energy, lithium, solar, the whole shebang, because we are at a trade show and we're in a booth with Go Power. So who better to talk to somebody about? Did I say that right? Who better to talk to about that? See, it has been a really long day. But you guys, because you do a little of everything, so we want to know about solar. You're going to teach us.
Yeah.
You game?
I am game.
All right.
Ready for it.
So, welcome to RV Small Talk, where we talk about lightweight trailers, truck campers, and all the pieces, people, places, adventures, all those things that go along with it. I am your host. I am PJ.
I'm Cody.
And I'm David Copeland.
All right. David's kind of very official here, but we're going to break him out of his shell. So y'all hang in there with us. So let's jump right into it.
Yep.
If you hear the word Go Power, how do you explain what you guys do?
Well, we've been the leaders in the solar part of the industry since 1996. That's when we started.
That's when I started in the RV industry.
Yeah.
We're Twinkies.
Just as long.
You and me.
So just as long. So we've really kind of been on the forefront of the solar kind of revolution in the RV industry and seeing the benefits of being able to enjoy your coach and not being tied down on the pedestal and having to plug in the whole time. If they really want to go enjoy their time, not worry about their power, and really have the time to not freak out when someone leaves on the bathroom light or whatnot. So it really solves a lot of issues. It really lets the RVer to go enjoy their time. And like I said, not being tied down to a pedestal and having to camp out their places. They can really go enjoy this country. And we really have, the best places to go and visit to where you don't, like I said, have to be tied down to power all the time.
Well, all that sounds great.
Yep.
But just throwing a solar panel on your roof, because everybody's aware of that. We all kind of know how to do that.
Yep.
So if you just throw a solar panel on the roof, does that get you where you want to be?
Yeah, as an industry, we haven't done a really good job. We've mislabeled a lot of our coaches out there. I see a lot of coaches saying, "Oh, it's a green coach because they've got 200 watts of solar up there," but it's really not the case. It's really depending on what your expectations are and what you want to do with solar. If you want to go extend that camping trip 1 or 2 extra days, if you really want to go get off grid and get lost for 2-3 weeks at a time, we've got the solutions for everything. If we want to solve your dead battery issue when you go store your coach, we've got the solution for that, all the way up to, like I said, if they want to go get lost for 2-3 weeks at a time and really be off grid and really be green, we've got the solutions for everything in between. So like I said, we've been doing it for a long time. We are the leaders in this. We do try to stay ahead of the game. There's been a lot of other companies that have been into this industry as well too, but what kind of separates us from everyone else is that our tech support, bar none, is kind of the best in the industry. We've got people that answer the phone, that talk to our customers, that really give support out there, and it goes a long way. We've got stock in the United States, 20 million in stock at all times, so no matter where they go across this beautiful country, they're able to get Go Power product from any RV dealer pretty much across the country.
Okay, so tech support sounds great, but you know what 90% of our customers are going to say?
What's that?
What do I need? So how much? So what do I need?
I like to kind of tell everyone kind of the ratio, the solar pocket, if you will.
Okay.
As I like to keep everyone do. What we do with our AGM batteries, we do sell AGM batteries 12 volt, group 27. We sell 6 volts as well too. They come standard with a 2-year warranty. But if every 2 you line up with 190 watts of Go Power solar or more, it goes up to a 5-year full replacement warranty. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not what I mean. I'm sorry.
Let me unpeel that onion a little bit more.
Okay.
So
we're gonna get
Hold tight.
We're
Hold
going to
tight.
get there, okay? So that's what we do with our warranty, okay? So that's kind of what we do recommendation-wise. Based on how many batteries you have, if you've got 2 batteries, for every 2 batteries, we recommend 1 Overlander panel for every 2 batteries when it comes to
So how big is an Overlander?
This is a 200-watt panel. So we have 200-watt panels. They just got into the 200-watt panels this year, starting in January. The footprint has not changed. The panel, they're not getting bigger. The cells just got more efficient on there. But that's kind of the recommendation I always like to tell our dealers too. If you stick to that ratio of for every 2 batteries you have, AGM and lead acid, 1 Overlander panel, you're going to be in a solar pocket. From there, if you use more power during the day, you want more solar. If you use more power at night, you have a CPAP machine, you run more power at night, you keep that furnace nice and high, then you want a bigger battery bank or a bigger gas tank. So if you stick off that that. When you step into lithium, again, lithium, you want to go more of a 1-to-1 or as much room as you have up there when you step into the lithium ball game here.
So why do people upgrade from a standard battery to a lithium? Because lithium's a lot more expensive.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that was probably one of the biggest downfalls when it comes to lithium is going to be the sticker shock on there. But theoretically, that should be the last battery you ever buy. Okay.
So it's going to last me 20 years.
Absolutely. We've got a 10-year warranty on there. 3,000 life cycles on there. So 10 years, 3,000 life cycles. No one's draining that battery 300 times dead a year. 3,000 life cycles is going to last you more than 20 years. Like I said, theoretically, it should be the last battery you ever buy. Whether the company gives a lifetime warranty or a 10-year warranty, we've got 3,000 life cycles. I've seen all the lifetime warranty manufacturers have 3,500 life cycles. So we're not talking very much. They just are a little bit more aggressive with their warranty than we are. So but we have a really good product that our new rev of our new generation of our lithiums that we're really proud of. A little bit late to the game, but we've put all the bells and whistles on there. And the nice thing is we didn't blow out the pricing on there as well too.
Little late to the game on the lithium batteries.
No,
on the what?
As far as the technology goes, so lithium's been around for a while. Now there's added technology and benefits that we have. They're Bluetooth. They connect right to our app because pretty much in today's ball game, apps are very popular, right? So
that is the truth.
Everybody wants an app
to be connected in a way.
Yeah.
So on your new batteries, y'all now have cable connection capabilities for things.
Correct.
You've got a power button now, so there's no more, you got to get the jumper cables out, or you got to go find that old charger that's not smart, so it can actually turn your lithium back on if the battery control monitor shuts it off, right?
Okay, back up. Yeah. All right, I'm going to play the dumb one here.
Okay.
So most lithium batteries don't have anything on the top.
So
why would I need that?
Well, when we are having them communicate, what we're doing with those
having them communicate.
So yeah, right now what you can do if you just buy them separately and don't have them communicate, the batteries, the lithium batteries. So if you don't have them communicate, when you look on the app, they connect right to our app. You'll be able to see each battery individually, and it'll give you a time. But with these communication cables, what we've done is that there's a resistor at the end of the circuit, but it makes them so where you can view it as one battery bank instead of two separate ones. And so that's the communication portion system of it there. The power button, as Cody referred to there, is a 5% bump stop reserve. So traditionally with lithium batteries, if you do drain it dead, the BMS will protect it from being a dead battery. But what you have to do to activate that BMS is jump it. So you got to, like you said, jump it with a jump pack or jump it with a car. This one here, you could just press the button. It activates the BMS to where you could charge it right away, where you don't have to jump anything. Because people get a little freaked out in there to where,
so much easier.
Yeah,
so much easier. Great move.
So if this drains dead and I got no battery at all, I stored it for 6 months, I left something on, and I've got a dead battery because it's stored under cover, no solar, then that's not going to recharge unless I either jump it like you'd jump a car,
correct,
or on yours I can just push a button.
Correct. Yeah. So like I said, we do hold that 5% back, so you're able to activate that BMS, so it is able to take a charge, and then you can get on the road again. So that's kind of getting back to the benefits and pros of lithium. The cost on there, right? That's probably one of the biggest cons that we talk about on there.
Absolutely.
But the benefits when it comes to lithium, 100 amp hour AGM battery. 100 amp hours. When we think about an amp hour, I like to refer to it as almost a gallon of gas. If people can think of an amp hour as a gallon of gas, it makes it a little bit more easier to swallow, if you will. Okay. So out of that 100 amp hour AGM battery, 50 of those amp hours or 50 of those gallons of gas are actually usable amp hours. Okay. Once you get below that, you have voltage issues to where you cannot power the coach. Okay. Now with a lithium battery, this 100 amp hour battery, you can actually use 99 of those amp hours. So essentially it's like having two batteries in one. Okay. They charge much faster. Our 100 amp smart charger on our inverter chargers can charge two of these in less than 2 hours, off a generator. And then also the other biggest benefit on there is that they weigh 28 pounds. So this one only weighs 28 pounds. Our standard AGM battery will weigh 69 pounds. So
28 pounds and 69 pounds.
Compared to AGM battery. Yep.
I hope to not be lifting either one of them. I will just tell you that right now.
Sure.
But yeah, so that's impressive.
Yep.
That is a reason to buy lithium.
Yep.
We've talked about the comparisons, the weight. They charge faster. You can use 99%, whereas a separate
A
100 amp
standard battery, gel, lead acid, or AGM battery.
You're only using half of it.
Correct.
So you've got a 100 amp hour battery. You just can't use it all.
Correct.
Well, why don't they make it a 50 amp hour battery?
It's
no, okay, never mind. Never mind. All right.
We don't want to change the rules on that.
We don't want to. Let's not go there.
We don't want to change the rules on that.
It's been around since batteries were invented.
Underneath this fabulous red hair, I'm really blonde. Okay. All right. So now I've got that far. You said cost is a big factor.
Yep.
I know that from our business. It's expensive to put in a lithium battery and a solar powered setup.
Yep.
So what kind of cost difference are we looking at here? Let's just get down to brass tacks.
Okay. So when you're looking at standard lead acid batteries, those are going to really, other branded standard lead acid batteries, those are going to run you right in the $200 range. When you look in the AGM batteries, like I said, maintenance, the nice thing about AGM batteries is that they're maintenance free as well too. It's
right,
with
which is
standard lead
nice.
acid batteries, not everyone knows you do have to add distilled water. There is some maintenance involved in those batteries, right? So AGM, the nice step up on that is that they are maintenance free on there.
Yep.
Okay, those are going to cost 6 volts around $450 a battery. Okay, but 5-year warranty on there. But then the lithium battery, like I said, you step up, it's a 13. This retails at $1,300, and like I said, theoretically though, it should be the last battery they buy. So if you have customers or people that are going through batteries every 2 to 3 years, properly set up solar will double that. Okay, will double your life expectancy off your battery. So the return on investment from solar alone is going to be a really good investment for anyone as well too. But like I said, with the lithium batteries, that's going to be the last set of batteries you ever buy. Okay.
So if I'm going from $200 on a basic battery that I add water to, and it's probably going to last me a few years.
If you're lucky.
If I'm like, wham.
If you're lucky.
If you maintain them correctly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm surrounded by technical geeks. So
True.
Standard battery, if I pay $1,000 more, let's say on the average, for your battery, not only do I have something that I can use 99% of the power instead of half of it, but it's going to last me 10, 15 years, no problem, and I don't have to do anything.
Yep, maintenance free.
Okay, but the big thing to me is that it's going to charge faster because these lithium batteries, I can put on this battery, it can be dead as a doornail. I hook up that solar panel, get a little sunshine going, and in 2 hours, I have a full battery.
Yep.
That's crazy. That is the reason that I think it's so
beneficial.
valuable.
Yeah, we're standard batteries off a generator. You're looking at a 4 to 6 hour range before you start getting into around 100%.
Right.
To where this is about a third of the time when you're looking at it.
And if I'm out camping and I have to run my furnace because I'm cold, then I need that battery to charge really fast.
Yeah. No one likes it when the batteries weren't enough and you have to rally up that generator right in the morning, and that's the first thing that everyone hears, right? So.
David, I'm going to jump in real quick just to drive it down. Your battery, you said, retails for about $1,300.
Correct.
Now, we all know the lithium market has quite a few players in the game.
Yep.
What makes your battery worth $1,300 compared to the one that somebody could buy, say, on one of those e-commerce sites for $500?
$600.
There are certainly different grades of lithium. Okay. Now with other lower grades of lithium, we've had to really reduce our inverter charge rate on there to really reduce down the amperage. So you're really taking away that quick charging benefit on there. Also the lower grade of lithium on there, just the charge, you're just going to have more issues down the line. Ours is UL listed. So that's a big thing on there. A lot of companies.
What does UL listed mean? Just for the listeners.
UL listed, so it's UL is just the testing standards.
Okay.
That in order to put UL in there, we do have to devote a lot of money into the testing portion of it. So all the specifications on there is going to be a higher limit behind that it really is.
So it's for safety.
100% for safety. We're not going to start any fires in anyone's coach, and so that is one of the things that a lot of available lithiums at that lower price are not going to be UL listed. So that is one thing that RVIA does have a standard on as well too. So that's just something the customer needs to be aware about, because we are dealing some pretty high technical stuff that can really cause some damage if you're not doing the correct thing on here. So
how about charging when it gets cold?
So these have built-in heating pads as well too. So nice thing about this, cold is no longer an issue. Also, another one of the kind of cons when it comes to lithium, usually you're dealing with an internal internal battery temperature, right? So below freezing, it does not charge or give off power, internal battery temperature, and then 130 degrees as well too. So when you are doing the installs on these lithium batteries, they are usually inside the coach. Getting this internal battery, internal 32 degrees inside, it's going to have to be quite cold out there, because as it has a load on there, it is generating heat. So just because it is 32 degrees outside doesn't mean you're getting 32 degrees internal temperature here. One thing is they do have to be aware of it. They like to go play in the sand, go on the dunes and whatnot. Sometimes it does get a little hot out there, right?
Can get,
They go out there last weekend.
We know
you know all about it, right?
We do.
So I always do recommend whatever you do install them on the inside, have some louvers, make sure you have air movement in there, because that is one thing that you're going to protect against when it comes on the high side of it. So,
well, we wanted to do this podcast because there's always a new perspective on the gear that's out there for connecting people, getting them off grid, getting some power sources. And I know that, you're talking about what's good in your products. Mm-hmm. So no problem. But, I don't know how to avoid sounding like a commercial at this point, which we're really not here to do. But I mean, this is all just good information of the who, what, where, and why. Mm-hmm. What the hell is that?
So this is a 300 amp hour lithium battery. So 3 times the amount of available gallons of gas or amp hours that they can use, right? So
okay.
Same
it
technology.
Says advanced lithium, though. It sounds very official.
Both in the advanced lithium range. Both have the same technology with the Bluetooth, built-in shunt, built-in heating pads, 5% bump stop reserve, all the bells and whistles. Again,
so what does a built-in shunt mean?
The built-in shunt. So when you're tracking how much life left, right? How much power you have left. When you try to check that via voltage, you will not get a good understanding, because lithium batteries has good clean power. It's usually going to be around 13.1 to 13.3 volts. Mm-hmm. So whether you have 80% power left or you have 5% power left, when you check on voltage, it's going to tell you 13.3. Okay. What that shunt does, it tracks amp hours on the system. So it literally tracks amp hours going in and out of the system. And then that way, when you connect to the app, it will tell you, it's able to tell you how many amp hours you have left. And so,
I just want to know
how much time you have left.
How much time I have left. Is it
that's
is
exactly
it
what
really
it tells you. It tells you exactly how much hours and minutes you have left until you're dead.
Oh, I love that.
It will adjust obviously based off what load you turn on. If your furnace turns on, or if other appliances turn on that you did not know draws a lot of power, it's kind of a learning opportunity for the customer as well too. So I
can stand there and I can turn on my furnace, and that will automatically change.
Yep, it will go from 60 hours down to 30 hours.
And then I have to say, oh crap, I need to turn my furnace off.
Back up, exactly.
So
okay.
That's a cool benefit that keeps you from having to add additional panels, control panels, monitors inside the units, because they're not all that easy to install in certain units.
Yeah. And so that's also the nice thing about our battery monitoring system, our new revision here. It's not only the battery monitoring system where, again, it tells the customer exactly how many hours and minutes they have left till they're dead, but this system's also going to take the place of our inverter charger remote, and then our MPPT solar controller. It takes the place of 3 remotes, because this stuff, all of our systems actually communicate with RVC. A lot of the communication systems that these RVs are starting to use in their system. So we can actually offer that to the customer. If they're not using that system, we can actually offer that to them by having essentially 1 remote for 3 different systems on there, really cleaning up your displays, and so the customer doesn't get overwhelmed with the amount of inverter remote options and whatnot. It can be a little overwhelming at times. So
okay, so to relay that into English from geek speak, as I call it, I'm just gonna say everything I ever need to know about my system, about the available power, is all on an app on my phone in my pocket. And it's easy to read. I don't have to learn anything.
We've tried to make everything as intuitive as we can. The nice thing about this piece as well too is that we can update the programming over the air, so over the internet, so it can connect via Bluetooth. We can update the programming, so there's going to be upgrades over time, right? So it's not we're going to come out with one next year and we're going to make all the customers buy the brand new product or whatever it may be. We're just updating the programming to keep the customer updated with the newest, latest, and greatest of every revision that we have available.
Okay, they are literally rolling up the carpet underneath us, but I have one last question. Okay. Is there a button on that app that I can push that will dial tech support so that I can say, I have a problem. What's happening here? I need some help.
No, that's something that we might look into doing.
It should.
Yeah,
I just want to say it should because
all this stuff is housed on we have the best website in the industry, bar none. I believe GoPowerSolar.com.
Did y'all hear that? GoPower thinks they have the best website.
Go
Comment
check it
below.
Out. GoPowerSolar.com.
below.
It will have everything. We'll have our tech support contacts on there. And again, we do have real people from Canada answering the phone.
You from Canada? That's okay. We love Canada, eh?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the only thing is I want easy access to say, hey, I have a question because even though we've had lithium and solar out for a long time, I think anybody who can make it integrated, seamless, and understandable so that we can just go out and have fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get with your RV dealers. I mean, they've got the experience installing them. So if you do ever have a problem, right, you could take that system right back to them. They're going to be sourced to really figure it out. And we're going to work with them to really dial your system to really meet your expectations. That's what the important thing is. People have a lot of different expectations based on what rabbit hole they got into the night before.
That's right.
That's very true.
Or we can call you on your tech line and GoPower will help us.
Absolutely.
Well, any more questions before we go?
I don't think so. We probably should get out of the way.
Yes, literally. They are rolling it up underneath us. We are at the RVDA convention. That is the RV Dealers Association. And it's just a great time for us to connect with people like you and learn about the latest and greatest that you've come up with.
Yep.
And we kind of have our community here. So anyway, thanks so much for talking to us.
Appreciate it.
I have to say, this is the fastest paced podcast I think I have ever done.
Good.
So
I try to squeeze it in when
fast.
I can.
So if you guys are watching the video, you might need to slow it down to the 0.75 and catch all the details.
I mumble and tumble sometimes.
No, because there is a boatload of great information
in there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us. And of course, you can find RV Small Talk information at any podcast outlet that you use, or just Google RV Small Talk, rvsmalltalk.com. I mean, we're everywhere, right? Even at the RVDA convention. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.